Okay, all right, here we go. Let's get going today in Sizzle Stocks. We're going to go. There's a few companies reporting tomorrow. We're going to cover those reporting earnings, and it's a little light tomorrow. And then a few more that are reporting later, reporting today. So we'll do that. Of course, we'll look at any names that you want to look at. We can look at commodity markets, broad markets like the S&P. Here, I guess a quick note. So the S&P 500 starting to show a little bit of bias on the 5-day volume profile. And so just as my normal opening preamble, this volume profile here, this light blue histogram on the right, that shows how volume is distributed across the price range, whatever price range you're looking at. And you can see the most volume right here at 41.72. That's called the point of control. And then there's a couple other numbers that come out of that. So this is how the volume has been distributed. You see volume building at higher prices over the last 5 days. To me, that is a near-term bullish signal. And then it drops off dramatically. So there's a gap here that I think potentially could be tested. And, I've been kind of harping on this 4,200 level as a max level for the S&P. I mean, we could go a little bit through that, but it's been holding for several months now. I went short right around here a couple of days ago. I finally closed that short. Also added to the long yesterday. Kind of had a vol spread on there overnight. Market sold off, and now this pattern's turning into a pretty nice bullish pattern. So we'll see how that goes. All right, well, let's get going with the names. And of course, if you have any tickers, drop them in the chat. Anything you want me to look at. All right, and color on the stock, any axe any axe you're grinding, that sort of thing. Oh, let's see, we got one here. Roku. All right, let's see. Pose AM short stock, small, although in consolidation. Okay, Peter, we'll take a look at that. Well, why don't we start off with that then? Roku. Just looking at the 5 day up, so we'll just start here. So you see this volume building down here and a kind of a sharp drop off. So let's take a look. Let's kind of zoom in and zoom out on the time frame around here and see what this has to say. Let's see. But this looks bearish. It could be some initiating action because you broke out of this. See this green and red, all these lines, blue, red, green lines, those dimensionalize the volume profile, kind of approximate 1 and 2 and 3 standard deviations, right? And so once you get past what would be 3 standard deviations, you're kind of in new territory, right? It could be a breakout zone, could mean revert, but it's a transition spot. So looking at the 10-day, you don't have a lot of it. You just got a lot of this trading range right in here. Let's look overnight. Okay, so you had this bearish pattern building. It initiated lower. Now it's starting to consolidate a little bit here this morning. Let's go out to 30-day and see if we can see anything more convincing. Oh, that's tough. That's a tough one. Here's what I'd say about Roku. It's tough for me, given that 5-day looked a little bearish. And let me just make a note of this here. 5-day looked a little bearish, and then you've got, I don't know if this is. It's kind of hard to tell whether or not this is a kind of a nice consistent bid and building bids. It's testing this 60.88. If it goes beyond that a bit, let's say if it drops below 60 meaningfully, you could be looking at a run to 57 or something like that, which might be enough to take out of this trade. Let's do one last zoom out and see. This whole thing, to me, so longer term, the whole thing has a pretty significant bearish bias. So, with that 5-day looking bearish, the overall tone, long term looking bearish, and aftermarket, their report is at 426. Okay, so they report next week. I think there's some opportunity to short here on to short. Yeah, it looks bearish, so there might be an opportunity to short it below. But I would wait for it to get below, like I said, on the 30-day. This kind of meaningfully below this, maybe around 60 cents, around $60, right around $60 looks short. Short below $60. Okay, all right, and there's a little bit of room there. Great, thanks for that, Peter. Let's get started with a big name, Procter & Gamble. Let's go down to the 30-day. Are we in the 30-day? Okay, all right. Ugh. All right, this is telling you nothing. It's just, some algorithmic trading right here. You kind of see these, somebody's coming in, but there's no real bias as to, whether volume is building to the high side or the low side or indicating any kind of range bound activity. 10, 5-day, nothing. Let's just look at 1 year now, I don't see anything. We're going to move on from that. Nothing. Okay. SAP. Let's go down to, let's come down to the 30-day. It's definitely in some consolidation here. I think it's, looking to, so what you have is a lot of, basically a consensus on price right here around 127. This significant, you see the volume building slightly here. I mean, this is kind of poised for a breakout to the high side. Let me make a note of that. That's my initial read on this. Side. Let's see, and up from current levels of 127, these 133, 136 could be within range. Let's zoom in. Kind of range is slightly bearish tilt to it, but this is really just building out a range bound. This is on the 10-day. Let's look at 5-day. There might be a near-term pullback in this. Well, 1 day looks like it definitely wants to go low. This looks bearish to me. Right here, I would say that, you could. Here's what I would do on this. If it breaks above this 127, I'd say it's going to make that run that we pointed out earlier. But you want to see it kind of get beyond this 127 range before you go along the sucker. It's making a move. 127.6. Well, it's almost there, right? This looks kind of bearish, but if it holds this level, it could make a breakout to the top, to the upside. Let's go back to the 30-day again. I see a couple names coming in. We'll take a look in just a second. 90-day. Let's see, 90-day. Let's go 1 year. That's good. So it wants to look. So it wants to test new highs, but there's a lot of resistance right here at this current level. Not a whole lot of guidance on how much higher it's going to initiate above this 129 level. But say it looks potentially bearish. It looks potentially bullish, and there might be some room. Let's say above 128.50. Yeah, above 128.50. I'd consider going along this thing. Okay, that's enough of a move to kind of make a convincing move to the top side. What do we got here? And what do we got here? I got NFTG. I don't know what that means. Is that a ticker? Is that an acronym? I don't know. Is that a ticker? NFTG. Okay, NFT gaming. Okay, all right. Penny stock. It's penny stocks are. I kind of avoid them. There's nothing, rarely enough volume to really get much out of it. So yeah, I can't tell you a thing on this one. Yeah, I avoid those. Okay, let's move on. Sorry about that, Doug. Chewy. CHWY. All right, 10-day. This doesn't say much. Let's go out to 30-day. Kind of looks like it's building a range, right? It got a little range bound. How's the thing look longer term? Let's go with the 90-day. Well, you're at the bottom of a range here. All right, let's go down to 10-day. Kind of testing. Boom, kind of bounced off of that. Building volume through that range up through 32.66 or so. Bill, I don't see any direction here. Near term today, there might be, above 32.93. Maybe not enough room to play here. I mean, it looks like I wouldn't be surprised to see Chewy go up to 33. I have to close out the day at 33. Above 33, 33.70. We're close to 34. I just don't see much indication. I'm just looking here, casting about longer term. This looks kind of bearish, but it's kind of filled out this bottom range here. Bill, about the only thing I could say is that, maybe a nice little pop through the day, but it's not much you could do with that move. So sorry about that. I don't see anything there for you. All right. Well, thanks for that, guys. Let's see. We did SAP last as from the earnings. Let's look at Schlumberger. They were 34 last, coming in 64 consensus on the earnings. Okay. Oilfield services, right? Yeah. What's this? 52. Oh, no direction there. No real bias. Yeah, I'm not seeing much here either. Yeah, there's, you don't want to force passes, right? You can't, you want to see nice, clean shapes, that look like they want to fill out. And I'm not seeing it here. I'm just seeing a lot of kind of scattered trading through here. So we're going to move on. We got plenty of other things to cover. All right, FCX. Freeport McMoran, FCX. It's a 30-day. It could be making a run down to 38. So we got we're close to 42. So 41.72 down to 38, possibly lower. Let's see if the near term. You don't have bias, but you got a nice gap here. Still on the 10-day. Very realistic range. Let's see, 1 day. I bounced off pretty hard on low volume on this initiating activity overnight. It's kind of coming back. Let's go all the way out to 1 year. We're at the higher end of the range. It came out of this up. Here's what I would say, down to 38. There might be a little longer term play here. Longer term play on Freeport McMoran. I'd say below 39. There's a short. There's a pretty significant short opportunity right here, down to this 28.97. All right, let me make a note of that. That's a good one. Longer term. Short below 39.04, $39 down to 229. All right. Okay, good. All right, that's one. Let's see if we get another name here. Oh, you're welcome, Bill. Okay, all right. Okay, Regions Financial. Got a couple banks financials here. Let's see. Regions Financial. Well, they're on the 1 year. This. There's something. Well, I guess that's a scare, right? Yeah. Okay, so we'll look at the shorter term, see if there's any reason to think the market wants to retest these low levels on that. I mean, that was. Let's see. Okay, got a 30-day range right here, pretty well established. Though I think this looks like more like it wants to, yeah, pretty well established. Could be a little bit wider range here. So, and it's not at any real extreme level. Okay, this kind of is pointing lower. What do we got here? On not enough to take a real. I mean, it's a $19 stock. It doesn't have to move a whole lot, but it's it's kind of pointing down towards 17, possibly below. 5-day. Let's look at 1 day. So I don't see anything there. Don't see anything there. All right. No, nothing in Regions Financial. Nothing worth pressing. CSX. Slightly building. Bid building here. Building bid. Let's see. No real bias. Yeah, nothing here. Let's just take a look at the long term, and I mean, we're close to the long term rate. This is CSX's price, right? We just need new information, and it's after market close. They report after the market, so I don't see any real bias. I don't expect any big surprises from their earnings. It would take a big surprise to kick them out of that range. All right, New Corp. They were 767 prior earnings estimates, now at 381. Kind of building bid through lower prices over last year, but let's look much more short term. Okay. Looks bearish. It's kind of testing this range. If it rejects 155, if it fails to get past 155, it could be a short below 152. That could set up to run at 144. That would be worth it. That would. Okay, so it's on the 10-day. It's kind of initiating this new range, right? So, what was the level we just said? Let me go back, and so we got 30-day. What did I say? I said below 152. And where's 152 on the 10-day range? 150. I mean, it's just right here. So maybe refine that to say below 150. Below 150. Yeah, that's what I like that. I like that. Below 150. Short to, possibly 146 or even 142, right? So this is the point of control. So 146, it could make this move. And then 148, but the whole value area range kind of implied is, way down here at 142. So if you want to be a little more aggressive, try to take more out of it, that's a possibility. Okay, DHI. Let's see, hold on, before I do that, what do we got here in terms of LNG? All right, Douglas, let's take a look at that. Cheniere. All right. This looks bearish. And this is over 10 days. So this little pattern right here building. So let's if we go zoom in on the time frame, we're kind of looking closer at that. This looks bearish. Right? Building volume, a couple algorithms, program trading coming in right here. Exactly where we're probably going to zoom out on time frame and see what this looks bearish. Okay, I might do this. Let's see. Oh yeah, I like this. This looks bearish. Oh man, hey, I like it. I like it. I mean, I don't know which direction you wanted to go on it, but I like this. It's okay. So it's at the 90-day point of control, right? It's kind of. Did I see earnings coming out today? It's not popping up on the screen, but this looks, down. You got 150 down to 140 to 140. Now this is, I'm not taking in the macro scene. I'm not taking in the price of natural gas. I'm not taking, LNG, liquefied natural gas charter rates and all that stuff like that. I'm just kind of, this is all based purely on the way the market is trading this thing, right? The way the bids and the way the buyers and the sellers are kind of ganging in, jumping in here, right? And so this tells me there's a building volume of selling pressure is pushing it down, right? And it's building as it goes down, right? Volume is building as the price goes down. So that 90-day looked very convincing. So you've got this kind of very near term, does it break out above this 150 range, which is, it's tight. It's right there, right? It is right on those levels, but this is kind of worth it. I'm sorry. Was earnings coming? I don't know where they are on the earnings. I don't see any earnings coming right here, but boy, this one looks good. Any way you look at it. Yeah. Short here. All right. So I think there's an immediate opportunity. I think this is worth putting on right now. What's the vol on these things? What's going on here? Here we go. Sorry. I'm looking at I'm not going to mess with switching up the screen on you guys, but the vol. Oh, vol's crazy. Is that right? No, that can't be right. Okay, that's just got to be some mispriced still. Yeah, I'm showing just like the vol on the stock at 31, but the implied vol on the options are kind of crazy. Now there's something going on right there. Okay, I don't think the vol is that bad. It's got to be around 31 bucks or 31% or something like that. It'd be my guess. Anyway, that's exercise a little caution, making sure you're not paying some crazy premium based on high implied vols, but it looks pretty good. Nice one. Ooh, a housing stock. Let's like a DR Horton. So they were 403 last on their earnings, and now we're expecting 190. Ooh, did they come out? Oh, they must have come out already. Okay, is that two? Yeah. Okay, they came in at 273 versus 190 those 190 expectations. Okay, so it's popping up here. All right, so you got initiating action, right? This is the opposite of catching a falling knife, right? It's you don't know. It's just a bunch of thin volume getting through. You don't know how far that can go, right? You had, oh yeah, boy, look! I wish I would have looked at this on the 90-day. This is very bullish, right? This is you got this building bid right here, right? And it before earnings, it was right at this opportunity zone at the edge, and now it's broken out significantly, right? It was basically 2 to 3 standard deviations away, testing that limit, and then it broke through that significantly, right? So that's that kind of cuspy behavior, right? It demonstrates. So chances are, this is forming the top end of a range, but it could go further. All right. So volume's building a little bit here on the 10-day. 5-day, okay. Yeah, I mean, it's an issue. You're just going to have to watch to see how this settles, and still looks kind of good. So, this is a little building right here through overnight, and that doesn't signal a massive. Well, this is 112, 113. Yeah, I mean, that's a couple bucks on a $109 stock. So, that's hard to say, but let's zoom out. So I would, my caution is, don't jump into it now. Wait and see. But well, this is one that, would have been good to catch a couple days ago based on, was it the 90-day we were looking at? And the 30-day. And let's look at it. So that 90-day looks good, bullish, and this 30 days is not really telling you anything. And there was just this consolidation right here kind of telling you it's poised to move one way or the other. So anyway, all right. Well, that was interesting. And Fifth Third Bancorp. This is going to be my last one. If you guys got something you want me to take a look at it, make sure to drop it in the chat. Not seeing anything here. No real bias here. It's got this I'm kind of working on this range. Relatively, what am I thinking? Symmetrical. Let's go down 10. Yeah, nothing here. All right, we're not going to waste time on that. All right, that's it, guys. Thanks for joining. This is awesome. I definitely. So, quick notes. So, just to recap, LNG looks like a nice short here, all the way down to 140 or less. Roku looks like a short below $60. We had a long potential in. Oh no, that was a long-term short. It was a longer-term short in FCX. That was below 39 down to 29. And SAP looked like it was poised for a breakout to the upside. Didn't really have any targets on that. And Newcorp looked like a short below 150 all the way down to possibly 146 or 142 if you're more aggressive. Okay. All right. There's some names for you guys. Hopefully there's something there that you can make some money out of. I hope you guys are all with me here on this. Ooh, nice. Market's moving back up here on the S&P 500. So, it'd be nice to take, and this is based on this 5-day, volume profile. I think right around, I think I'll make like 40-50% if you get to 418 or so right here. But this is what I'm looking right now to play on this on the S&P 500. Okay, that's it for the day, guys. I think we'll probably have one tomorrow. Appreciate you joining. Thanks a lot.